Okay, this is going to be a tutorial on using iPi software with a Kinect sensor. Hey, and I've already started up the iPi recorder, and one of the things you'll see is the MS Kinect Microsoft Kinect sensor is clicked. On the advanced settings, I have everything unchecked, and it's process priority is on high. In case it hangs up, okay, you can actually still turn it off. Okay, you can. It was originally, I had it set on real time, and it was, the software is a little bit unstable. Hopefully, they'll start getting it corrected, and I'm gonna click OK. And as you can see, it's tilted. Okay, and this roll, hey, is no good. Hey, I got to go back in the other room because it's in another room, and straighten that out before I do recording. And the tilt, okay, the motor can be controlled by the software, which is really cool. Now I have a chair here, as you can see. Okay, and that's basically where I want to stand. I'm gonna straighten this recorder out, okay, and then do recordings. And you notice I got a lot of clutter in my house. But what happens is that when you record, you only want to record with nothing in the background, or not nothing in the background, but not you in the background, because the second stage of this requires a 60 seconds of no movement. So I'm not going to record this. I've got a recording I'm going to pull up. So I'm going to pause this for a second and pull up the other recording, okay, and show you that. Okay, this is the recording. Hey, I've got it paused. I'm going to play it. With this Gome player, okay, it's all blue. I want to stretch this out because you're probably not going to see it. Now you notice I walked into the screen. I got my hands flat out in the T position, and I quickly did a couple of moves, and that's about it. And I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to stop the pause the player. So this is what the recording looked like. Okay. This is iPi Studio, okay, and I'm going to be pulling and opening that recording, and hopefully this is the correct one. Yep. And you only can do one Kinect camera. Hopefully they can add some more. Now this is the recording. Okay. Now you notice over here, first thing it does is evaluate the background. Okay. And that's done. Now I'm going to come down here, hey, and I'm going to see, now there's me walking in the scene, okay, and my hands are out about there, and then they start moving. So I want to get them just before they move. And so I'm going to adjust this downward to here, okay, and I'm going to take the slider again, and there's about where I'm walking out of the scene, okay, and once my feet and my head are out of the scene, okay, you're not going to get a very good motion capture. So the downside of the Kinect is it's only one plane. All right, so I did that. I'm going to pull this back to the start of the video. Okay, now here's the problem. Okay, I'm bigger than the actor. Okay, so that tells me something, that there's something wrong here. Okay, this is not going to adjust to me. Okay, so what I got to do is I got to move this guy to where I am. But there's a thing about the Kinect is that, okay, it has to recognize the floor, okay, or the IPI software has to recognize this floor here, okay. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the mouse wheel, okay, and right button, orbit view. So I'm going to orbit the view, and you notice something. Hey, when I orbit it to the right, hey, the floor is almost right. You see where my feet are and where the actor is. Okay, but he's like, I don't know if you want to call it in feet. He's like 2 feet behind me, which is no good. Okay, he has to be where I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him with this button. I'm going to move him up to where I am. Okay. And then I'm going to rotate with the right mouse button backward to where it's like now he's basically where I am, okay, physically sized, but he needs to come over a little bit, so I'm going to move him over there a little bit, and that's pretty much covering my body. The only problem is that I'm old and fat, so I want to change the actor, okay. I want to give him bigger arms, bigger torso, and slightly bigger legs, okay. Okay, and I'm going to give him a little bit larger size, just a hair, okay. Now, if I didn't do that, okay, and I left him there, okay, the first 2 frames or 3 frames, okay, the actor will twist up in a ball and disappear into Never Never Land, okay, because it has nothing to lock onto. It's gone, okay. And with this, I can zoom in and out, okay, and there's the camera, okay, and let's see, so with the right button you can move or rotate, zoom in and out. Okay, pan with the wheel. The all stuff's down here. Okay, so that's it in settings. Okay, so I've done that. Hey, you can save the actor. Okay, I'm gonna go to tracking now. Okay, so now that's done. Okay, and I'm gonna reset the camera view by just clicking on the camera. There it is. Okay. Now you notice my feet are just barely in, but you know what? This is going to be okay, hopefully. Now, the next thing I got to do is I'm going to track forward, okay? Now there's faster and high recommended. Hey, once you start using the software, okay, you can try using the low once you understand how to set it up. But the high, okay, recommended, once for the first few times, okay. And all this stuff here, okay, is after you've done your tracking. You can sharpen and smooth the jitter, because the tracking will, in almost every motion capture, you will have what's called jitter, okay. So we're going to track forward, and all right, now you see he's still on 426, but it's adjusting. Okay. Now, if for some reason he's like slides over here and disappears in the background, okay, you messed up. Okay, you didn't get the actor into the right spot. So I'm gonna let this run for a few minutes, for a few seconds. Okay, so you can see it. Okay, now it's on 429. Okay, over here in the corner here, okay, you can see the processing time per frame is 10 seconds, and this is going to take almost an hour to process because of my cheap graphics card. It's a $100 graphics card. When you spend more money, okay, this time per frame can go all the way down to like 2 seconds, and so this changes to like 15 minutes instead of an hour for the same thing. So that's the software requires a high-end graphics card to really work properly. So let me pause this, okay, and I'll show you the end result. Okay, here's it back, and I did all rendered out. Okay, I did this the other day. This is not the same one, but as you can see, now I got the timeline over here, okay, and I loaded it back in, and you can see the first 30 frames here need to be dead space. If you don't do that, hey, you'll be sorry. Hey, and of course, this one is at a different spot. Hey, and I'm gonna play it, and this is the recording I got. Okay, now let me pause this. Okay, and I'm gonna halfway through, I'm going to drop out the video background from the Kinect. And that's the motion capture I got from that recording. So that's not that bad. I mean, okay, but there is a lot of jitter. Okay. And to get rid of the jitter, okay, you go in and you, oops, I messed up. I wanted to show you this. And it's going to crash. Oh, there it is. Hey, you got options for each of them, okay, like, you know, how much smoothment you want and stuff like that, okay, and it's just a matter of adjusting to how badly the jitter came out on it, you know, and you can see that the, you know, it's the only downside is to this is it's a single plane, and you basically got to stay in within the camera view. All right, I took up enough of your time. Okay, I'm going to pause, stop this, and I'll have the this file somewhere on the internet so you can load it up and try it yourself, even if you don't have the Kinect camera. Bye for now.